and with me is Sergio Montero, our scouting manager, and Javiera Araneda, our growth director. They will be presenting to you guys an informative presentation about our programs, and later we will be having a Q&A session where all your questions are going to be answered by all of us. Okay, so you can start leaving your questions right now in the comments, but we will be answering after the presentation. Okay, take it away, Sergio or Javi.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Amparo. It's a pleasure to meet you guys. Also, as Amparo mentioned, this is a webinar just for introduce you what is Startup Chile, what we offer, and also try to answer your question and doubts during the process. So let me share my screen. I will share my whole screen. Tell me if you are if you can see my screen. Okay.
Yeah, we can.
So starting this presentation, let's talk about Startup Chile. Startup Chile is a public accelerator for tech-based startups. We support a startup from Chile and abroad in order to support their companies and start their companies here in Chile to finally expanding them to other countries and regions throughout or globally, I would say. Also, this is the first public accelerator of the world, powered by the Chilean Economic Development Agency and from the Minister of Economy, of the Chilean Minister of Economy. And this have been taken in different study cases from relevant universities such as MIT, Stanford, and so on. And what we are looking for, first of all, we are looking to accelerate startups. These companies must be tech-based. That means that they must use our technology to provide an innovation in different industries as a core, of course, of the business. The startup must have an innovation or components of innovation. That means that this solution could be more efficiently or more effective than the competitors that are available in the market. And also, the startup must have features of scalability. That means that they must the startup must scale to other countries without a huge investment through the technology or through the business models. And also, we're looking for a startup that could make impact in Chile, but not also in Chile, also to solve global problems that are current issues nowadays. We are agnostic also in industry. That means that we are looking different kind of a startup from any market. More startups that are more typical here in Chile, for example, the mining sector, the ag tech industry, or those that are not current or are currently developing. For example, the blockchain industry and so on. And also, we are agnostic in nationality. That means that we are the Chilean entrepreneurs and also the foreign entrepreneurs compete in the application process at the same level. And also, and the aim of the Startup Chile is to support talented entrepreneurs, no matter where they could come from. And also, we have a bunch of programs from where Startup Chile supports startups, and these are open. This will be opened at the same time through our application process that Amparo mentioned before in October 25th. In application process that's called Think Big, and this represents the capital letters of our programs. First of all, we have the Build program that supports a startup with less than 1 year of commercial development. Then we have the Ignite program that is for a startup that have less than 3 years of commercial development and also have an MVP. And then we have the growth program is for startups that are scaling, have a relevant portfolio of clients, are scaling sales and wants to reach other markets, and also wants to achieve a relevant milestone such as open relevant investment rounds and so on. If we divide our program in a timeline of any startup or any company from the idea to finally be a huge company, our programs are divided like this. First of all, we have the Ignite program, the Build program, sorry, and then we have the Ignite program, and then the Growth program. And if you see the aim of the Startup Chile and the methodology that we are trying to implement here is to support the startup from the idea to finally be a huge company at the end of the day. So if you start in the Build program, then you can pass to the Ignite program and then to the Growth program if you want. So just for understand the details of every program, first of all, we have the Build program that is a pre-acceleration program for early stage startups. And the aim, of course, of this program is to support a startup led by female founder, and that means that every cohort of this program, at least 50% of the cohort must be composed by a startup led by female founders. So the aim of the program is also to support new female entrepreneurs that we are going to have in the future. The program is for start to validate an idea to finally end with a prototype or with an MVP. We offer a 4th month of acceleration program, and we support 2 cohorts per year, up to 40 to 50 startups each. And we offer an equity-free funding at the beginning of the program of around $13,000. Of course, this Chilean this funding will give you this funding in Chilean pesos. That means that the value of the dollar will depend according to the time. And also, if you have a really good performance during the program, and also you are one of the best startup of the cohort, you will have the possibility to get an extension of another $6,000. Also equity free at the end of the program. Then we have the Ignite program that is for a startup that wants to reach the product market fit, this ideal product to finally scale and start to scale to other markets. We offer a 4th month of acceleration program, and we support 2 cohorts per year, up to 30 to 40 startups each. We offer an equity-free funding of around $32,000. Again, this will depend, the amount in dollars will depend on the value of the dollar in Chile, because we give this funding in Chilean pesos. And by the end of the program, you will have the possibility to get an extension of another $32,000 if you achieve different ambitious goals. For example, if you are one of the, if you can prove that you had a really good performance and also a really good advance during the program, this will give you the possibility to get this extension at the end of the acceleration program. And finally, but not least, we have the growth program that is for a startup that wants to scale to other countries, wants to increase in sales, for example, and start to be a scale up in the short and mid-term. We offer an 8-month acceleration program, and we support 2 cohorts per year, up to 15 to 18 startups per each cohort at the end of the day. And we give an equity-free funding of $97,000, around $97,000, only at the beginning of the program. Also, we have different initiatives in order to support female funders, and this is an initiative called Female Funder Factor that is across to our in our different within our different programs. And this initiative is to support and also to expose female founders in our ecosystem, and also to support them in order to increase the probability of success in the short term, and also to inspire new female founders to start a new company in a startup or in technology. And then we have our offer, but I will give the pass to Javiera in order to explain what other things we are, other resource we offer at Startup Chile. So Javiera.
Yes, thank you so much, Sergio. Sergio told you about what our programs are and what we're looking for. So now I want to tell you a little bit about what we can offer you guys. And our offer has 5 main pillars that I'm going to tell you about. The first one, of course, is the resources. We have really cool resources available for you guys. First of all, the equity-free funding. Sergio told you it goes from approximately $6,000 to approximately $90,000. $90,000, and it's going to be available for you absolutely equity free. You will just have to account for it with your financial executive in case you are selected. Also, we have an incredible co-working space that is in the center of Santiago. That is will be your office while you are executing the program. And we have also really incredible and exclusive perk deals with Amazon Web Services, Microsoft, amongst others that are also going to be available for you guys. Our second pillar is the acceleration program itself. So we are going to have, whether you have a 4-month program with Build or Ignite or an 8-month program with Growth, you are going to have really cool activities that we are going to be hosting. You're going to have some instances where you are going to be able to meet with a board of directors for the Ignite and Growth program. We're going to have workshops and different talks with really cool speakers, national and international speakers. You're also going to have the possibility to access a office hour with experts from different industries, and even with former founders. So you are going to be able to have this office hours with them. And also you are going to be able to have pitch training sessions that are really important for us. We proud ourselves that Startup Chile entrepreneurs can give really, really good 3-minute pitches. So we try and really boost this during the program. So you're also going to have access to this pitch training sessions. Our third pillar, if Sergio can go to the next slide, is in regards to our connections. We have really cool possibilities for you guys to connect with local and international partners. We have a network of over 200 voluntary mentors. I see some of them here in the chat today, that in the group today. That's really cool, and that they just want to give you their time and share with you their experience and what they've learned. And even their connections just to help you boost your entrepreneurship. So that's a really incredible network. We also have over 180 corporate partners that could be your potential client or your potential strategic ally. So it's also so that you can validate from the very beginning with them and also eventually access business opportunities with them. We also have over 100 worldwide partners, because we want you to be in Chile and to have a piece of your startup in Chile, but we of course want you to be global. So we want to connect you with partners in different markets that you may be interested to scaling your startup into. And we have a network of over 5,000 entrepreneurs that are all around the world. That is one of our key also networks, our community. And we have over 100 investors and VC funds and also angel investors and other funding opportunities that you can also access through our connections. So our fourth pillar is and specifically for foreign entrepreneurs. And it's a very important one because it's our soft landing in Chile. Of course, when you are moving to Chile, you're moving your startup, you are moving yourself, and many times also your family. it's really relevant for you to have the possibility to have this soft landing program. And what we offer here is a 1-year work visa for you guys, so you can be with no problem here in Chile working in your startup. We also are gonna accompany you through the whole process with the PDI, with the international police, also with the civil registry and everything that it's required. And you are also gonna have the opportunity to open a bank account here in Chile that, considering that we offer the equity free fund, is really key. And last, but definitely not least, we have the amazing community. I told you a little bit about this in the connections, but we have over 2,000 startups that have gone through one of our programs that represents over 5,000 entrepreneurs, many of them here in Chile, many of them abroad. And the truth is that we have one of the biggest portfolios in the world. So it's a really cool and huge community that you guys are going to be able to have access to, right? So this is what Startup Chile has to offer. But why should you move to Chile? Why come to this small and long and skinny country and do business here? I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should come here to Chile. The first is Chile is an excellent lab. It's not a huge market for regarding B2C. But it is a really cool market to explore and to pilot in, and it has a really cool B2B scene also. The second reason is that we are Latin America leading in digital connectivity, from smartphones to 5G connection. You guys are going to find that Chile is leading in digital connectivity, which is key for tech-based startups, right? So it's also a really good second reason. The third reason is we have incredible public policies that support entrepreneurship and support innovation. Startup Chile is one of them, but we have many more. So it's a really cool scene in the public support aspect. Also, Chile has significant global commercial agreements. So from China, US, Mercosur, there are different opportunities and possibilities that broaden the chances for you guys to keep scaling from Chile to the rest of the world. And also, and very important, the soft landing in LATAM. Startup Chile can offer startups from abroad a doorway into LATAM, because you come through Chile and then you can expand more easily to the rest of LATAM. And for LATAM startups, Chile could be a really good second LATAM market. So I hope we convinced you with those reasons to come to Chile. And if not, look at the company that you guys would have. These are our sub rock stars, some of our incredible suppers that have gone through one of our programs in this almost 12 years. We have startups from different industries with different technologies, with different solutions. You can see startups as Instagram from Agro, Cabify, Lab4U as NetTech, food techs like Dalip Green Co. It's a really cool group of incredible founders with incredible solutions that you guys could be a part of. So this is our portfolio. And when are the next relevant dates that you guys need to have? First of all, we are going to be opening applications on the 25th of October. So just 6 days from now, applications are going to be opened until the 15th of November. So really important dates. Then we have all our application process where we review the form that you guys fill out, and when we have interviews with some of the selected startups, and we give the results of who is selected on the 20th of January. And the program is supposed to start in March, the specific date to be confirmed, but definitely during March. So you guys can recommend startup, you guys can apply also in www.startupchile.org, and also please follow us on all of our social media, because we're going to be sharing information about the application process and other relevant information also.
Thank you guys so much for your presentation. I hope everything is more clear for everyone of you that are in the webinar right now. And you've been leaving some questions, so thank you for that. We're going to be answering them. And we have some from Instagram, from everywhere in our social media. And yeah, so at first, we're going to start with there's no link. How do I apply? And that's very simple. And is that we're going to release this link on, like they said, October 25th. That's going to be at startupchile.org. So be paying attention to our social media and everywhere, because we're going to be posting about it everywhere. Okay. So the first question is, can someone that was in Ignite reapply to another program?
Yes, you can if you already passed throughout through Ignite, you can apply for the next batch in the growth program. You cannot apply to the same program that you already passed, but you can apply to the subsequent programs that we offer.
Yes. Khaled says, how can I participate and what are the conditions for selection of these startups? So we kind of talked about it, but maybe we can talk about a little bit about what do we see in the process and the applications, Javi?
Yes, absolutely. The process is 100% online. So you are going to be filling out a form. We're also going to ask you to present a 90-second video of your problem solution and the validation or traction that you guys have had. We review these forms, and then selected startups go to the second phase, that is an interview phase. And then it's also 100% online, whether you are in Chile, whether you are anywhere in the world, it's going to be 100% online. And we look for, as Sergio said, tech-based tech or scientific-based startup that are innovative, scalable, and that want to have an impact in our country.
Perfect. Imogene says, do you support the launch of new projects from companies that have been already in operation for more than 3 years? So it's a company that has a new project in itself. Sergio?
Yes, I mean, you must read the terms and conditions of the program. In every program, you have a criteria to qualify in order to qualify to our different programs. For example, the build program must be 1 year, less than 1 year of commercial development. The Ignite program is less than 1 year of commercial, 3 years of commercial development, sorry. And then we have the growth program that is not based on the age of the startup, but it's based on the sales accumulated in the last 12 months between $100,000 and $1 million.
Perfect. Javi, can we talk about the team leader in itself? They say, who should apply for the program? Is it the team leader? How does that work?
Yeah, the person who applies and if completes the information in the form, yeah, the team leader ideally, but of course with the whole team. The idea is for this application to be as complete as possible. So we absolutely encourage the whole team to participate in the application process, but the team leader is going to have a full dedication to the startup and to the Startup Chile program. So the person that applies as team leader is really relevant, that it's going to be able to come to Chile and to have 100% dedication to the program.
Yes,
yeah.
Let me add something, Amparo. Regarding the team leader, this will be the counterpart of the startup between your business and also Startup Chile, in order to sign a contract and give this fund that is from taxpayer money, of the Chilean taxpayer money. So this is really important to select the right person to be the team leader, that must have an exclusive dedication at the beginning of the program, not when the startup apply to Startup Chile. So this could be the full dedication must be the team leader must be dedicated full time in March when the startup is going to start. Also must have at least the 10% of the equity of the company. This is really important because we must be related with founders that take a relevant decision in the startup, and also must come to Chile through the entire duration of the program. That means that they must come to Chile, they must attend to the mandatory activities of the program, they must declare the expenses in the right way in the framework as a public policy, of course. Remember that this is Chilean taxpayer money, so we need to take care about how we use this money in the future. And also if you win the extension, you must stay in Chile another 6 months in order to use this money in the right way and declare the expenses in the right way. So these features must have the team leader. So be aware to and also take care to select the right person. And also this team leader cannot be changed after the application is already set.
Yeah. So as mentioned before, this is going to be in your application on the 25th, but I don't know if we can say this in advance, and that they ask, what are the required documents for applying to the program in the case of Ignite? So what can they maybe prepare for once the form is available?
Yes, I can answer that question. It's depend in the format in which you apply. You can apply if you are a foreign company. You can apply as a natural person. That means that it's an application that don't have any company established in Chile, and we need relevant documents such as the passport and also the documents regarding the team leader that will come to Chile, and also we will have and require the visa process in the future. And also the co-founders must have the same documents such as updated passport in order to, if they want to come to Chile and also to receive the soft landing program that we offer. That on the one hand. On the other hand, it will depend on the documents that you already have the company established in other countries. For example, we will require to use some documents that prove that your company established in other countries. This is not mandatory, but it will give you more information about your company and so on. And then if you don't have any company established in Chile, you will have the opportunity to establish a company in Chile in the program. And also it's really important that you can prepare something that we require at the end of the application form, a recommendation letter. This is really important because it must be someone that are related with your business. For example, an investor, a mentor, or a client that you have. It's not this could be not a friend, for example, or like your parents. They must be a person that is related to your business and can prove and give a statement of a good recommendation at the end of the day of the founders and also of the startup that is applying to a startup Chile.
Perfect. So does Startup Chile have any support for accommodation once they relocate to Chile? How do we do that?
Yeah, we don't offer a direct support in terms of accommodations, but we do have we do assign every startup with a landing buddy. And the landing buddy is someone that has previously and recently gone through one of our programs, who is ideally from the same country that you guys are. So it's someone that can be like the name says, your landing buddy, helping you with a recommendation of where to stay and how to adapt to the culture of Chile and of also Startup Chile and other startups. So I guess that's the main support that we give in that regards.
Yes. So what is the next step after the program? Do we support them with their startup in Chile, and what happens next, Sergio?
It will depend on your strategy, the strategy of the startup. Of course, if you want to establish in Chile and also to come to Chile and to take advantage of the market that we have here in this country, it's your decision. You can stay if you want, but after the program, you are able to go back to your country if you want. But the startup and also the program must be executed in Chile within 6 months at least. And also, if you win the extension, you must stay another 6 months in order to execute the program, the budget, and also to stay in Chile in order to execute your startup here in Chile. But at the end of the day, it's not mandatory to stay in Chile after the program, but we are trying to, for example, to recommend and also to take advantage and also expose this offer that we have at Startup Chile in order to take advantage of all the Chilean opportunities during the program.
Yes, and also once a supper, always a supper. So guys, if you go through any of our programs after you end the program, you're going to be a SUP alumni. So we are going to keep supporting you with connections and with access to different opportunities.
Yes. Sean asks, if the startup is from Canada and will start operations in Latin America, does the program help you get talent, Javi?
Yes, we try and support you guys. We have an incredible team member who is called Catalina, who is the one in charge of supporting you to find a really cool talent and support you in the attraction and selection process. Also in the culture and management of your team. So we do have that sort of support. Yes.
Perfect. There's a question about visas. So can they extend the visa once they were a part of the program?
As far as I know, yes, you can extend the visa. I mean, if you are staying in Chile and if you want our support, there is someone that is also our team member that is help you with this process. It's called Jaime, and he will give you the information in order to extend the visa if you want. And also something that is related to the visa and also the documents that we require from your startup or from your application is the visa is a process that must require relevant documents. So, for example, an updated passport that take more than 18 months since the program begin. And also a certificate that a police record certificate from your country of residence or definite residence. I don't know how to say como residencia definitiva, but definite resident. Yes, yes, and those documents are really relevant in order to when you are going to arrive to Chile in order to process the visa in the right way. Permanent residence. Thank you very much, Francisco. Yes, I don't. Sometimes my English is kind of rusty, but if you understand that you must have those documents updated, is so important for us in order to give our offer and also our opportunity in the right way for you guys.
Perfect. Sean asked, is there a contact to contact you directly? And yes, you can, if you have more specific questions, you can send them to hello@startupchile.org. Have in mind that we do have a lot of questions right now, so it might take a little time to answer, but yes. Bertie says, does the team composition have some restrictions? So about the team of your startup, I don't.
We don't have specific restrictions for the team. The only requirement we have is that the team, the person who is the team leader has at least 10% of the startup. But we don't have any other restrictions. We are looking for teams that are related to the industry, that have an interesting background, and for you guys to show us in the application process that you are the team to execute the vision of your startup. So it's mainly that.
Thank you. Teresa says, do we have to be in Chile during the entire program? Sergio?
Although this is a specific requirement declared in the terms and conditions of Startup Chile, during the 6 months that you must stay in Chile, you can travel if you want, doing, for example, business travel or just for visit your family and so on. However, at the beginning of the program and at the end of the program, it's essential to be here in Chile. You must execute. Remember that Startup Chile is a public policy, and the aim of this public policy is to diverse our economic matrix in Chile. So you must come to Chile in order to execute your startup and you start some activities here in this country. But at the end of the day, of course, you can travel if you want. If you have any activity outside of Chile, you can do it, you can travel, and we are available to that, but the startup must be executed in Chile according to the terms and conditions.
Perfect. Andrea says, can both co-founders of a startup that is chosen participate? Can they participate in the program? The answer is yes. The team leader has to do like all of our things, academies and all the stuff of the program, but both of you, or how many of you are there, can participate in everything. Jose says hello from Portugal. Hello, thank you for being here. Julio says, is there a normative amount in terms of sales for build stage process? Yes, we said, no, Sergio, sorry.
No, I mean, there is no restriction regarding the sales of the startup. You can start from the idea if you want. It's not necessary, for example, to have a prototype, something like that. You must have less than 1 year of commercial development, and if you have that requirement, you can apply if you want to the build program.
Yes. Sergio is asking about the buses, and they will be the terms and conditions of this will be in our website. It's already there actually. I know it's kind of hard to find them, so if you need them and you can't find them, you can also send us an email to hello@startupchile, and we will send them to you. Capello says, what if I don't have a business registered in Chile? We can help.
That is no problem. Yeah, we can help with that through our, it depends, but yeah, through mainly Build or Ignite program. It's not a requirement for you guys to have your startup registered in Chile. Is something that we can help you with during the process of the acceleration program.
Yes, they also ask if they can apply as an individual, and yes, that's right. Of course, if you don't have your company yet, that's perfect. They say our team is at an MVP stage. Can we apply for Ignite without passing the build program? Very important.
Yes, you can apply to the Ignite program if you want. We highly recommend you to apply the programs that you are fit with the requirements if you want, but it's your decision. Finally, you can apply if you want to the Ignite program if you have less than 3 years of commercial development and an MVP.
Yeah, it's not necessary that you go through all 3 programs. That's very important. Thank you for your question. Andres also has a very relevant question. It says, how much time per week do participants spend in program activities? And also, must they be in Santiago or can they be anywhere in Chile?
That it's a really good question. For the in-person activities, yeah, they're going to be in Santiago, so it would be a requirement for you guys to be here in Santiago. And it varies week from week. I would say that it's an average of 2 hours a week from the academies, a pitch training or a board, some activity that would happen, or a community activity. It would be between 2 or 3 hours per week for the program.
That's great. So what people do is sometimes they are in another town and they travel here for in-person activities. Also have in mind that in-person activities just came back this season. So yeah, we still have some,
so excited.
Yes, we still have some hybrid opportunities, but we wanted to be more in person now. Vladimir says, how many foreign specialists can I take into Chile to participate in the process? For example, I will need the engineer, designer, specialist, etc. Sergio?
Can you repeat the question, Amparo?
Yeah, it's how many foreign specialists can they take, or how many people can they take to Chile to participate in the process?
I don't exactly the number, if we have a limit in numbers of the people who can be part of the program and also pass throughout the visa process. I can I can ask you to Jaime quickly, just for give a real accurate answer. But at the end of the day, of course, in the visa, for example, to access to a program and also to access to the visa process that we offer, you can also include, for example, not only co-founder, but also your relevant, how to say, links. For example, your sons, your child, for example, and your wife or your husband. So, I mean, you can include them in the process of getting the visa. And I don't know, Daniela is telling me here that yes, it's a maximum of to be part of the program. Co-founders and including the team leader is a maximum in the growth and the Ignite program. It's a free members, yes, and in the build program are 2 only. Yes, that people could participate of the program and also can declare expenses using the budget that we offer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can also bring people, but it's the budget thing that counts for us at least. Roy says, we apply with the female founder factor since the main partner of the company is a woman. But can a man be the team leader, or is it mandatory that the team leader has to be? Yeah, for the female founder factor initiative to work on you guys, so all the incentives that we give, the team leader must be a woman. Okay, so that's all you need for the female founder factor. Of course, it's great that she's the CEO or something in the company, but yes, to reply to your question, so yes. Emojin says, great to hear that we'll be paired with lending buddies. Thank you. Yeah, it's great. It's really fun because it's so important that we can tell you a lot about our programs, but to have their experience, and it's so different for everyone, but that's really great. Can you please walk us through a day in the life of a supper? That's really fun. I don't know who wants to do it.
Yes, I can tell you. Every day is going to be super different, I guess, but a day in the life of a supper is going to be ideally working from early in the morning in the co-work. You can have meetings in the co-work and interact with the other suppers that are going to be there in the co-work with you. And during the week, we are going to have usually every week, you're going to have at least one academy session. That it's going to be, whether it could be online, it could be in person, depending on the speaker. But yeah, you're going to have at least one academy every week. And some weeks you're going to have pitch training. Some weeks you're going to have a community activity where we are going to have some pizza and some beers and just have like a good time. Some weeks you are going to have for the build and growth program, you are going to have a board session, and for the build program, you are going to be paired with one like head mentor that you can also be meeting with. We are going to make every week connections that you ask with our corporate network, with our mentors, with fundraising opportunities. So you are also going to be having those sort of meetings. So it's going to be, I guess, really active and really diverse and really different week after week.
Yeah, it's really great for everyone, I think. It's very different, but also you have all those little things that make you join with the other suppers. Sergio, this is for you. How much has your application changed since Big Four?
How much time?
The application process itself, I think maybe the form or something.
Yeah, I will explain briefly the timeline. Since the application is open from the October 25th, this will be open. This will be opened around 3 weeks. The deadline is set on November 15th. I would say, and then we are going to start to review the form, to review the requirements that you fit with the requirements for each program that you are applying at Startup Chile. And then with the support of an external judges network, and also with the revision of the staff, we will give you and also we will invite you in any case, if this is the case, to an interview. And then the results will be announced in January, January 20th, just 20th, yes, at the middle of January. So that's it. I mean, you have around 3 weeks to apply to Startup Chile.
Yeah, and how much has that changed since Big Four? Is there a difference between Big Four and Big Five?
No, I mean, we're keeping the same timeline and same structure that other time. Yes, there's good, just little variation, but 3 weeks is normally the right period.
Okay, perfect. Can both co-founders of a startup participate in programming or have a visa to Chile? Yes, I think. Yeah. Is there a place where we can track which documents are needed for the application process and which are necessary for after being selected? Sergio, do we have that?
We don't have any specific documents, but like declare for example, in our website or something like that. However, during the application process and during the application form, you will see the relevant hints regarding the specific documents that must be updated and must be have a specific requirement for example, process the visas and so on. Then during the application process, and if you are having a notification, for example, to if you receive, for example, an invitation for an interview, we will remember to you that to request the right document, for example, to process the visa and so on. So don't worry about it. You will receive the right information. You are receiving the right information. You will receive the right information in the application form and during the selection, the selection process, definitely.
Yeah, Khaled, to answer your question, both founders can have a visa, not just the team leader. So yeah. Francisco just told me to check the terms and conditions that are apparently not on our website. So I will check that. Thank you so much. Robert says, does the funding come in the form of a lump sum payment or reimbursement?
Yes, I mean, the format that we give this funding is, first of all, that since you formalize the contract with us, that this is a contract that signs that you are selected in our program and you will respond in the right way to our processes, for example, to declare the expenses. You will receive this funding since you open a bank account here in Chile. This will be give the full, I would say the full fund, and also and also this model that is upfront, you will have the space to declare the expenses in the right way. Yeah. So at the beginning of the program, of course, we'll give you the whole information of how to declare expenses. And also there are some cases that they require another model that is reimbursement. This is going to be we're going to deeper on details on the next webinar because we have these two kind of model, but we highly recommend to you to and receive this fund as an upfront model instead of reimbursement. But at the end of the day, we have this kind of two options to receive and to use this fund.
Yeah. We have a couple more questions. We have like 5 or 10 minutes more. So if you have a question, put it up there. So Imogen says, is the co-work space available 24/7 for global companies?
Yes, it is. It's available for every company that is in the Startup Chile program 24/7. So feel free to go anytime you want.
Yeah. In the base or terms and conditions, they mention an entidad patrocinadora. how do they get one, Sergio? Or do you want to explain about it?
It's not necessary to have an entidad patrocinadora. This organization will be the cohort and the services that we give from the cohort to you. For example, to have a free cohort space here in Chile and other kind to have a space, for example, for some activities and so on. So it's not necessary to request or to find an entidad patrocinadora in this case, because this is referring to the cohort and the offers that we have.
Yes, we provide it. And Martin says, is your co-financing requirement still 10% for build, 10% for female founders, and 50% for growth? That's what's in the brochure. Yeah, right?
Yes, I mean, regarding this co-finance, yes, it's not necessary to have the money at the beginning of the program, because you will have the possibility to declare expenses and also declare this additional 10% in the program if you want. And in the case if you are the team leader is a female funder, the co-finance in growth will be 40% instead of 50%.
Yes, I hope that answered your question, Emoji. The co-financing, I think Sergio just said it. I'm sorry.
Yes, the co-financing.
Yeah, it's living in Chile as expensive as Dubai or Singapore? No, I have someone next to me who lived in Dubai and she says no. So yeah, you can check that out in online or something, but I don't think that is. So yeah, I always like to end these webinars with an advice for our future shoppers. So Javi, do you have anything to say to everyone who's applying?
Yes, absolutely. Do the work, take it seriously, do a good and complete application, because we can tell when you guys don't. So it's super relevant that we're able to have all the information about the problem you're tackling, the solution, your team, how have you validated so far, even if you don't have traction yet, how have you validated the problem and the solution? So that would be my recommendation. Put the work into the application.
Awesome. Sergio?
Just something that is regarding the co-financing. This will be deeper into details in the next webinars that we are going to have in the beginning of November. I don't know exactly the date, but we will give you more details about it, definitely. And also, as Javiera mentioned, just take time for completing the form. This is so relevant in terms of review your startup and also to expose the value of your startup nowadays. This is the first instance where you will able to show the main features and relevant critical characteristic of your startup, and also, it's important that you can fill in the right way the form, because this will be your main photograph with us. And also, just I mean, if you have any question, just if you have any doubt, just register in the next webinar. We are going to give in some details and some questions regarding your application process. And also, that's it. I mean, we are hoping that you can apply to Startup Chile. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, it's so right what Javi says, that we can tell when you put the effort and the amount of work into it. And also, it's very important for you to know that we are rooting for you. We want you to be here. So yeah, we're in the same team. So help us help you. Yeah, so the next webinars will be on November 8th and the 9th. The webinar in English is on the 8th, and it will be on YouTube Live. So we hope to see you all there. And yes, for questions, hello@startupchile.org. That's it. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. and see you next time. Bye-bye.